and welcome to the channel. This is Lemony Tang. Today we're going to be having a preview of the Rolex 24-hour race from the Daytona International Speedway. For those of you who don't know, the Rolex 24-hour race, as the name suggests, is a 24-hour race. This is the most prestigious endurance race of all in North America. As the cars and drivers are all around the track, there's actually 5 different categories in this race, believe it or not. Right, there's DPI, LMP2, LMP3, GT Le Mans, and GT Daytona. DPI, there's 7 cars, so it's not too bad. That's the fastest classification of cars for this race, so we'll expect them to be at the very front, obviously. Then we have the LMP2 cars. There are 10 cars in that field, so that's going to be quite an interesting race now to see behind the main class. Yeah, LMP3s, they've got 7 cars. They're a new category this year, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on. Really, they should be quite close as well to the GT Le Mans cars. So the GT Le Mans in recent years has been getting quite skinny around the edges, to be quite honest with you. There's not many manufacturers left in it. It's quite expensive. But the racing is obviously fantastic, as you can imagine, with the likes of Ferrari, BMW and Corvette in it this year. We got the GT Daytona then as well, with the strongest lineup of cars. They're pretty close, if not the exact same as the GT3 car in Europe. And there's 19 cars of them as well. Make no mistakes about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a race of endurance. These drivers, these cars will have to go through 24 hours of brutal actions. And some of these races in the past, there's been incidences, accidents, rain. You know, these drivers, ladies and gentlemen, drivers have their work cut out for them, to be quite honest with you. It's going to be very interesting to see over the 24 who comes out on top. Alright, so we have the DPI cars as the main category this year. We got 7 cars in that category. We got the number 1 Ganassi Racing Cadillac. There's 4 Cadillacs in the field, but we got the number 1 here. And this is going to be one to watch out for. This has Kevin Magnussen and Scott Dixon in there as well with Renger van der Zande. This is going to be an interesting one. Kevin Magnussen, obviously fresh out of Formula 1. He's looking to improve himself. Scott Dixon, as always, is a fantastic IndyCar driver. You know what I mean? Just straight off the bat altogether. Champion. Then we have the number 5 Mustang Sample and Racing Cadillac with Sebastian Bourdais involved in that one. So hopefully he can bring that car to the front. Then we the 10 of Wayne Taylor Racing, Alexander Rossi and Elio Castroneves. These are in the Lone Acura this year, so we'll see how they get on. Obviously Castroneves and Rossi should be a good pair in there with obviously Ricky Taylor and Felipe Albuquerque. Then we got the number 31, another Cadillac, Felipe Nasr, Chase Elliott. You know, that's pretty good. Nasr, the XF1 driver, Chase Elliott, obviously the NASCAR champion. So let's see how that one goes. And then we got the 48 Cadillac there with Jimmy Johnson. Now, let's see how Jimmy Johnson gets on. He's trying to get some momentum behind him for his IndyCar debut. Let's see how he gets on with that one. He seems to be doing okay, but that's someone to look out for as well, this race. And then we got the Lone Mazda. The Lone Mazda 55 there with Jonathan Barrito, Harry Tignell and Oliver Jarvis. So, yeah. Let's see how all them boys get on. I hope it's very close up at the front, as always with these DPIs. Now, on to the LMP2 cars. There's 10 cars in this category. They're the second fastest around the track. I'm not going to go into too much detail really with these ones, but people to look out for there. We do have Robert Kubica there in the 20 car, the high class racing. Austin Dillon is in the 51, the NASCAR driver there as well. Nicolas Lapierre in the 52. And Rinus VK in the 81, the old IndyCar driver from last year. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on with that one then as well. The 29 has Guido van der Garde. Guido van der Garde in the 29 Oracle for the Racing Team Netherlands. Always good to see Guido out on the track. Be interesting to see if he comes up with some memes during the race. It'd be fantastic. The meme meister as always. But yeah, so that's the LMP2 category. We'll go on to the LMP3. These guys had a race there last week during the Roar, so I gave a few of the, what were they, the bronze drivers and silver drivers a bit of track time. GT Le Mans down with 6 cars. Again, as I said there at the top of the broadcast, it's getting a bit skinny around the waist here. We got Corvette Racing there with 2 cars, BMW Team RL with two cars, 62 with 1 Ferrari, and then the WeatherTech Racing with the Porsche then as well, the single Porsche. So again, 2 Corvettes, 2 BMWs, 1 Ferrari, 1 Porsche. I'm not going to go into that one too much, to be honest with you, because I love that racing. That stuff's unbelievable. They could have had Aston Martin, could have had Porsche, you know what I mean, and there's other manufacturers in there who probably have a car. I can't even think of them off the top of my head. Then we're into the GT Daytona. These guys, again, as I said, they're a GT3 car basically. And we got 19 cars in there, so it should be a closely fought battle as always with these guys. You always see them there kicking lumps into each other, as you can imagine. You know, like obviously they're fragile enough cars, but these guys don't give no quarter, man. You know, 19 cars out of every one of the classes this year. Alright guys, so that's it. That's the preview for the Rolex 24-hour race coming up this weekend. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share the video as well to all your friends and all that stuff. So yeah, all the best and we'll see you soon.